Jeanette.
Oh yes, of course,
Yeah.
Jeanette Pete Jeanette. Right, so what is it you need healing for?
Well, I've recently been told that they think a lot of my physical and emotional difficulties are due to post-traumatic stress from child abuse, which is quite significant. I can't remember. You're talking about memory. I don't have any memories pre about 8, 9, 10 years old, roughly.
Right.
And even then they're sketchy. I can remember pictures of myself, but I can't remember being there.
Yeah.
And I apparently have quite a lot of difficulty being angry and expressing it. So over the years, I've just been plagued with physical issues.
Right.
My weight balloons, IBS, functional bowel disorder, gastroesophageal reflux, problems with my trachea, problems with breathing, asthma, choking, feeling I hate anything around my neck. Gynae issues.
Right, okay.
Just,
Right, rest of you can go home.
my friend jokingly said if I got an opportunity to be here, it would take a whole evening.
So what they'll do is they'll start your healing. They'll start the healing.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Right, so as we're doing Jeanette's healing, let's all just cast our minds back to childhood. All right, and it's funny how we remember some things and not others, and we tend to remember those things where there is a strong emotional reaction, either positive or negative, but sadly, there tends to be more negative stuff there than positive, okay? Okay, so within us we carry memories. There are days that we've had that we don't remember at all, but there are specific memories that we still remember, and usually there's an emotional attachment to that. We were made to feel bad, or we felt hurt, or rejected, or abandoned, or the grown-ups didn't listen, or we were physically hurt. There's something, so we've got those memories within us, and we walk around with those memories within us until something in our life triggers them. And it can be very subconscious. Somebody just looks like somebody and we can't understand it, but we just hate that person. We just got this real negative reaction towards them because they remind us. It might be the same aftershave, or it might be, the same kind of glasses that they're wearing. And there's a reaction within us. One of the ways we can look at adulthood is to say that in adulthood it's about us growing up, it's about us taking responsibility for the reactions within us. Yeah? In any situation you either respond from a place of consciousness or you react, subconscious response, a trigger in childhood. And the more conscious we become, the more we are able to respond consciously without being contaminated by that old pain. There's no such thing as the perfect mom or the perfect dad. We didn't have perfect parents, and we haven't been perfect parents. Our kids will probably sit here in a room like this in the future, dealing with their issues as a result of having us as mum or dad. Cool. But the beautiful thing is this, guys, it doesn't matter what has happened to you to this point. You are not the product of what's happened to you. That's just a list of some stuff you've experienced, chronological list. But it's not who you are. You are not the things that have happened to you. So just try saying that to yourselves, and Jeanette as well. I am not the things that have happened to me. That's not who I am. I'm not my reactions to the things that have happened to me. Again, that's not who you are. Those reactions were just triggers set up in childhood. It's not who you are. I am consciousness, having an experience. And the more conscious I become, the more choices I have. I'm going to tell you the story about the cat and the ball. I want you to imagine that in this room there is a cat and there is a ball. If I take the ball and I kick it at the same angle, at the same speed, again and again and again and again and again, over a period of time, I will be able to predict where that ball's going to land. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, if I try that with a cat, what's going to happen? I don't advocate kicking cats. I love cats. It's a theoretical situation, but if I was to try and do that with a cat, what would happen?
You get scratched.
The cat, yeah, I'd get scratched at the least. The cat would retaliate, run out of the room, whatever. The difference between the cat and the ball is randomness, yeah. The cat has consciousness. The ball has no consciousness. The ball allows itself to be kicked, doesn't it? Yeah, but the cat doesn't. And so the more consciousness you have, the less ability you can be affected by the things that happen to you in childhood. Just bring more consciousness in. The more consciousness you have, the more choices you have. Do I stay or do I go? That's not a choice, it's a dilemma. For there to be choice, there's got to be at least 3. 2 choices is a dilemma. You need to just bring more consciousness in. It doesn't matter that you can't remember the things that happened in the past. They're still going to be there in your subconscious, and from time to time, they may still get triggered. What you'll see is the trigger within you. You'll feel the palpitations in the heart or the knotted stomach. You'll feel the trigger within you. But if you bring the light of your consciousness to that, or to that knot in your stomach, the light of your consciousness will release it so that you're no longer triggered in the same way. How does that feel for you, Jeanette, knowing that you are not the story of your past?
Good.
It's a relief, isn't it?
It's
Eh?
a relief, yeah.
Yeah. You don't need to know what happened 0 to 8, 0 to 9. You don't need to know. There will still be times that you get triggered, and that's okay. You don't need to know what the trigger is. All you need to do is bring consciousness in, and you just witness it, guys. That's the secret. Don't try and not react in that way. That's like trying to put a lid on a pressure cooker. That's not going to work for you, because it's still going to brew inside. You're just going to, be curious. Wow, I wonder where all that fear comes from. I wonder where all that upset or shame or guilt comes from. Must be something in the past. That's fascinating. And then let it go, because it's not who you are. It's not who you are. So when the surgeons work on us, they don't just work on the physical manifestation, they work on the underlying thought, belief, and the underlying spiritual energy as well. So everything gets cleared. And they're telling me what you want in your life at the moment is more fun,
That's true.
more playfulness.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's all you need to focus on every day. As you wake up, as you lay in bed, what I want you to think is, coughing's a good release. That's a cough and a half, isn't it, eh?
It's like, so I feel like being stabbed.
Right, so as you wake up in the morning, all I want you to do is think about, as you lay in bed, before you get out of bed, what am I going to do just for fun today? And every day do something just for fun, not because you have to, not because you have to ought or you must, but because it would be a fun thing to do.
No, I have no idea how to do that. No idea.
Start with little things.
Okay.
What would be fun to do? You might go feed the ducks,
Yeah.
or the seagulls, or the swans. Yeah, you've got swans, you've got plenty of swans.
I used to do that, but I haven't for a while.
Yeah. What am I going to do today for fun? What am I going to do this week for fun? What am I going to do this month for fun? And book some things. We're thinking of going on a canal boat for fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, find something that, what am I going to do for fun? And before you know it, you'll have a whole year that you've been enjoying yourself more. Yeah? Yeah. You've been a little bit too caught up in the past, trying to work it all out. You don't need to. It doesn't have any more power over you. You are conscious awareness. You can bring your consciousness in. You can see when your buttons are being pushed. But just bring conscious awareness in. Usually when we put on weight, it can be protection. It can be protection against the Wi-Fi. It can be protection against other people's negativity and judgment. It can be waiting. When's it going to be my turn? When am I going to start living my life on my terms?
Probably quite true.
Yeah, what I want to do. But I tell you what, changing your life, it's not the big steps, guys, it's lots of little steps. You know, it's getting out of bed and deciding, I'm going to decide what energy I'm bringing into today. And whenever I do a task, whenever I change task, I think, what energy, like if I'm cooking a meal, what energy do I need to bring into this task? If I'm returning home after being away, what energy do I want to bring into this situation? Yeah? Be more mindful of what you're bringing in. Don't be at the one of everybody else, especially in a work situation. God, yeah, you bring energy in, you decide, and yours is about fun and playfulness. Every day, in every way, she's finding ways to have more fun. She's finding ways to feel lighter and more playful. So just run that through your head. Every day, in every way, I'm finding ways to make life more fun, to be more playful, to be more joyful. How does that feel?
Feels good.
That's a good strategy for you, isn't it? Yeah. Notice how your whole body's feeling?
Yeah.
Have a walk around.
Yeah. So it feels good.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.